Hinala ng maraming tao, ang aparisyon na ito ay isang ghost child na siyang tampok sa ating topic ngayong araw na ito. Alamin natin kung ano ang ghost child at ang mga paniniwala nito sa iba't ibang kultura, sa iba't ibang bansa sa Southeast Asia. Kasali na dito ang Pilipinas.
So 今日師傅我就想問下你，究竟鬼仔係咩嚟嘅咧？
鬼仔咧係愛嚟咧做唔好嘅事嘅嘢嘅問題，亦都可以呃錢。
So 究竟有幾多種鬼仔嘅咧？
鬼仔咧有60種嘅鬼仔，係嗰個鬼仔係愛嚟做乜嘢嘅？你本人愛嚟做生意㗎，愛嚟賭錢㗎，一係愛嚟做偏㗎，一係愛嚟做乜嘢害人㗎？
一個鬼仔就一個
用詞
啊 ，so 就有60個唔同嘅，and 平時都係唔係好事啦。
養得呢個鬼仔嘅方面嚟講，一定係唔係一件好。
Thank you very much for being here with us and taking your time. Dato, in the Chinese worldview, there is this thing that they call the guaizai, which is ghost child. Can you tell me whether in the Malay worldview that there is something similar to this?
First and foremost, may I explain to you that this part of the Malay world, especially in the west coast of Malay Peninsula, we don't have the idea of
Guaizai.
We don't have. But however, prior to that, I have done a small research. I found that the Malay counterpart in Kelantan, bordering the Thailand, they have the idea of ghost child, which they call hantu Buddha or anak kerak. So maybe because of the Thai influence or the Siam influence. But as I told you just now, the west coast of the Malay Peninsula, we don't have that idea.
Similarly, like how a guaizai is done, there is this, I've heard of this, what they call Tuyul.
Okay.
So it's also involving a fetus, no?
There is, in the Malay worldview, there are two elements of Tuyul. See, if you ask any Malays in the Malay Peninsula, even in the Malay world, Indonesia and Brunei, one basic premise of Tuyul is that they can be bought from the pillars, the pillars in the mosque in Mecca.
Oh.
Okay? Can be bought. You believe, buy. That's one method. Another method, the fetus. The blood of the fetus, take, puja, and then become the Tuyul. Tuyul is very harmful, disturb you. If you're able to manipulate and control the Tuyul, you can request him or you can instruct him or her, the Tuyul, to do evil thing. Basically, to take money from the people who has the money, from the houses, not from the bank. No cases of Tuyul taking money from the bank.
Maybe they got Toyo detectors.
maybe.
So does it grow?
No, Tuyul will not grow. The Tuyul, the size is very small, just like the what you call
The guaizai.
Guaizai.
So they
Hantu
collect,
Buddha,
they
the
get
ghost
the
child.
fetus from unfortunate
Yes.
pregnancy.
Yes, correct. You are correct. Almost similar. Almost similar.
In the Chinese guaizai, the intention to create it, it's never for good purposes. Is this also the same?
Yes, Eva.
Other than stealing, from what I learned is that there are 60 different versions of the guaizai for more or less different applications.
Can you describe to me one?
The saying which really got me quite upset was for love and honey.
We don't have that in the Malay.
So yours,
Tuyul functions is only to get the money. The owner of the Tuyul will instruct the Tuyul. He will show to the Tuyul, this is 50 ringgit. So you get this money. In one of the narrative narrate to me. So if the Tuyul entered to the particular house, a rich man's house, or a poor man's house, and found stack of money in the cupboard,
It will disappear.
no. Since the instruction said take 50 ringgit, he will take only 50 ringgit.
Oh, it won't like, oh, there's a whole stack.
No, no.
It's it is very
Instruction.
obedient lah.
Yes, yes. And every spirit that when a person manipulate a spirit and control spirit, based on instruction, the spirit will do based on the instruction.
But the instruction can change.
If he found that,
Let's
if
say
the
for
Tuyul
example-
found that the master did not fulfill the contract or the promise, the sumpah.
So there is a sumpah.
Yes, of
between the
course.
Tuyul and the
You
master.
want to own the Tuyul, you need to do something. You got to feed the Tuyul.
What do you feed the Tuyul?
Blood.
Whose blood?
The owner's blood. So the toes will be cut, then the Tuyul will suck the blood and dissatisfied. So that is the basic thing. You have to feed the Tuyul. So if you cannot feed the Tuyul, then the promise will be broken.
And then what will the Tuyul do?
The destruction of the master. So if you cannot feed the Tuyul, then the promise will be broken.
And then what will the Tuyul do?
The destruction of the master.
So the control reverses to the
Yes.
Tuyul over the master. Okay, so that leads me to my last question. When I was learning about the Kwai Chai, we had released it, we freed it, and that was to me comforting. How do you do that with the Tuyul?
The Tuyul must return back, must go back to his or her, the Tuyul world.
Oh, there's a Tuyul world.
Oh, somebody has to take over.
Transfer.
Yes, transfer ownership. Just like buying car, you go to JPJ transfer ownership.
I'm sure
Yeah,
JPJ
to your
doesn't like
friend.
that, wouldn't like that comparison. But
I mean, to give the real example of what transferring means.
so therefore, the relationship between the Tuyul and the owner can be terminated with the owner's deep knowledge of such control and physique strength, and just to tell him through prayers to return
Yes, you can go
Just
back.
like
I don't need you.
and just return.
Yes, but he must have that strength
Right.
because from the beginning he want to be a bomo. Okay, he want to be a witch. His
He must have his witchcraft.
Yes, his training must be very, very strong. The foundation must be very strong. If not, he will be controlled by the spirit. One, he controlled by the spirit, sorry to say, not only you, maybe your generation, your children.
It's quite scary.
Yeah. Well, that's what evil is.
And still people do it.
Because people want to have control.
Greed and control. Yeah,
Need power.
that is the basic, shall I say, basic dark motivation behind the Kwai Chai even and the Tuyul sounds.
Not only that, the dark side of the human being.
Correct.
Kumanthong is a practice that started a few hundred years ago. In the olden days, they used a real baby that was cut and ripped out from the mother's womb. The body of the unborn baby was roasted. It was believed that by worshipping an unborn baby, it will bring good luck and grant wishes, especially before heading to war. Nowadays, they no longer operate and take the baby from the mother's womb, but instead use an aborted fetus. However, aborted baby's power is not so strong or as effective as one that is cut from the womb.
With such anger, Kumanthong of evil intention?
อ๋อจากความโกรธ
Oh, before we operate, we ask the mother's permission that we will take her baby and the baby will come out pure. Many strong prayers and ceremonies are done to purify the baby so that there will be no evilness in him. The baby is actually purer than coming out through a normal birth, so he's happier and more relief.
Kumanthong.
บอกว่าจริงไหมจริง มีจริง
Yes, there have been practices that use dead babies to make a Kumanthong, but it depends on the masters. There are various ways to make a Kumanthong, such as using different types of soil and mud. And through the power of prayers and the subconscious mind, we can animate and bring a Kumanthong to life. This type of spirit is not harmful to anyone, for those who practice the other way, there will be karma for everyone involved.
purpose of Kumanthong?
กุมารทองในภาษาไทยนี่เขาเรียกว่า
The purpose of creating a Kumanthong in the olden days was for protection, to protect the house and the people from bad spirits. But because Kumanthong was seen to have supernatural powers, they were used for the wrong intention, like taking another person's wife. That is why there are many problems today that are caused by irresponsible masters. In my opinion, if you believe in yourself, do good deeds, work hard and you are smart, you can have the good luck and all the other things. You don't need Kumanthong and supernatural powers.
ซื้อรถทับในสมัยนั้น
They have stopped this practice today. It is illegal to use and roast dead babies. We use inanimate substances, now following the scriptures I learned from. We collect the bones of the dead and the soil from 7 graves, people who died in accidents, and we stuff these ingredients into a Kumanthong statue.
Sa bansang Pilipinas naman, ang ghost child ay nakatago sa imahe ng batang Jesus. Maaari nating masabing nakatago o nakakubli dahil ang katotohanan naman ay ang ibang tao, hindi nila ito sinasamba bilang batang Jesus. Kinukonsider nila ito na ibang tao, ibang persona, ibang nilalang, isang bata. Ito nga ba ay isang ghost child na binigyan lamang ng magandang imahe at inhalin tulad sa batang Jesus? Sa buong mundo, 3 bansa lang ang naniniwala at sumasamba sa Santo Niño. At isa na doon ay ang Pilipinas.